All right. Hello and welcome. Hello and welcome. And thank you for being here. Welcome to another episode of the Deportation Defense Live. I am your host, Otis Landerholm. I'm the founding attorney here at Landerholm Immigration A.P.C., where we fight for your American dream. And today we're talking about don't just accept the charges and the allegations that are against you. Run FOIAs first, okay? So that's our theme, and welcome. And whether you're joining on Facebook or YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, hello, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. All right? So remember, the Deportation Defense Live is here to train, teach, inspire, and empower immigrants who are facing deportation to make the most out of immigration laws, to make the most out of their lives, and to win their cases. Are you facing removal in immigration court, or do you know someone who's facing removal in immigration court? Because if so, you know that it is not easy, all right? It is an uphill battle. The laws are against us. And here at Deportation Defense Live, we are here to maximize your chances of winning that case, all right? So today our theme is don't just accept the charges against you. Run FOIAs first. All right? And thanks to everyone for being here. We'll do this episode in English, then we'll do it in Spanish. If you have questions as we're going through, please feel free to submit them. All right? I'd love to answer any questions that you have. So, as always, I like to start with a quick empowerment tip, because this is part of the Empowered Immigrant Podcast. So my question for you, it being the 12th of September, yesterday was 9/11. My question for you, where were you on 9/11 of 2001? And how well are you preparing for the future? All right? How well are you preparing for a new challenge, preparing for whatever might happen, right? Preparing for the next 9/11. Preparing for the next pandemic, preparing for the next serious catastrophe in your life. How prepared do you feel? Right? Think about yourself in terms of your health. Are you taking actions to be healthier than ever before? How about your wealth? Are you setting aside a little bit of your income each month for your future needs? How about your relationships? Are you cultivating your relationships, your family, your friends? Right? Are you taking care of your own mental health, your own stress levels? Is just thinking about it right now causing you stress? I hope not. All right? But if it is, or if you feel out of, not well prepared in any area of your life, take a moment and recognize that, right? Take a moment, recognize it, and maybe it's the case that you need to take better care of yourself. And if so, hey, it's time to start doing something different. Because I don't know what the future will provide, but I do know that it's not going to be all sunshine and rainbows, right? There will be challenges in the future, and I want you to be prepared for it. Okay? All right, so there you go. That's my empowerment tip. I hope it's useful. I hope it's helpful. And sometimes getting prepared to handle the future more effectively includes taking on your immigration status. All right? The laws, unfortunately, are getting stricter and stricter and more challenging for immigrants in the world, and I wish it weren't that way. In fact, my office is trying to fight back against that. But it is the way of the world, at least as we're seeing it in the current political reality of the day, not just in the United States, but in other places. So you want to be prepared, okay? So, and I want you to be prepared, and that's part of what our firm is here to do. So now let's get into the theme for today. And, you know, when immigration first alleges that a person is deportable, they create a document. That document's called the Notice to Appear. And on that document, they have a list of allegations and charges explaining their position, explaining why they believe a person to be quote-unquote deportable. And my main message today is don't just accept those charges. All right? It's time to get a lawyer, yes. And the first thing your lawyer should do, the first thing they ought to do, is to request all of your records. Because you want to fully understand why immigration has made those specific allegations against you. Even if you believe it's obvious, you still want to request all the records because you never know what is in those records, what immigration officers are actually looking at, what they're relying on to make those, allegations. Okay? So, for example, I've seen people who are charged with being deportable because their crime was quote-unquote a crime involving moral turpitude, and then we request and review those records, and no, it wasn't. All right? This happens. Sometimes immigration has it wrong. Okay? Similarly, I've seen people charged with being inadmissible due to a quote-unquote willful misrepresentation of a material fact. And after requesting and reviewing the records, it was clear that the misrepresentation that was there was actually a clerical error. It wasn't willful. It was a mistake. All right? And so in situations like that, you want to deny the allegation. I've seen allegations where people allegedly committed marriage fraud, like got married solely for immigration purposes. But then you look at the records, you request and you review the records, and there's evidence that the couple was trying to have a baby. But then the pregnancy wasn't working, and then afterwards the couple eventually broke up. Well, you know, that's not marriage fraud. Sometimes immigration gets it wrong. Sometimes their allegations against you are wrong, incorrect, have errors in them, based on factual assumptions that are not true. Okay? And so that's why I want to just point out, and when you are facing allegations, whatever they are, please run FOIAs first. FOIAs, as I've been, I often talk about FOIAs. FOIA stands for the Freedom of Information Act. And it gives you the right to request all of your records. And you want to do that and fully make use of that as your first step so that you really understand and review whatever those allegations are. And you want to look at them with a critical eye. Like, is there something we could argue against them? Bottom line is, sometimes the government is correct, perhaps. Yes, sometimes they're correct with their allegations. Sometimes they're incorrect with their allegations. But either way, the best advice is to always request and receive and review carefully all of their records first so that you know and understand the reasoning behind the government's position. Okay? That is good lawyering. That's what good immigration lawyers should be doing and should be helping you with. That is what you want to maximize your chances of success in your immigration court case. Okay? So that's really it. That's really it. That's what I wanted to talk about today. I don't see that we've received any questions so far, so that's okay. And if you have a question later, please send it in. I'll do my best to answer it. To see those answers, the best way to see them is to go to our YouTube channel, subscribe to our channel in YouTube, and then click the notifications bell. And you'll be notified when we upload additional legal updates, news, additional videos. Okay? And so thank you so much for being here. Thanks to everybody on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok. I really appreciate it. My name is Otis Landerholm. I'm the founding attorney here at Landerholm Immigration A.P.C., where we fight for your American dream. And if you have an immigration case, my office is here to help. Just give us a call. We're here to help. We'd love to help you. And regardless, we will see you. And thank you so much for tuning in. And we'll see you on our next episode of the Deportation Defense Live. Have a great day, everybody. All right. Thanks a lot. Take care. Bye-bye.